we are back with a new deck to play. This time we are trying out the new Crobat deck. This deck has some damage with Crobat that would be able to deal with a Oricorio, and we have a Darkrai and a Arceus for some consistent big damage. Then we have the Pokeballs, Pokemon Communication, 2 Rare Candy, Giant Cape, Professor's Research, Sabrina, Leaf, Cyrus, and Iono. So it's a pretty diverse deck, and let's see if we can actually win a few games with it. Alright, so this first game is against a fire type deck. I'm guessing this is the Charizard deck. So let's just put a few Pokemon on the playing field. This is the first time I'm actually playing this. Oh, it's actually a Incineroar, or what is this name? The cat type Incineroar deck. But this is the first time I'm playing this deck, so I might be a little bit clueless how to play this still. Another Arceus, sure. We have a full bench now at least. But okay, let's end the turn there then. Alright, he hasn't really done anything besides putting an energy on his Litten. So I guess we do a similar thing and put an energy on Darkrai. And that's it, nothing else we can do, so... Okay, so he evolved his one Litten. And he did 40 damage. Let's see, we have 140, okay, so he did 60 damage to me. I think it's nice to put at least a cape on the Darkrai. And then hope he doesn't get killed next turn. There might be a possibility of him killing me, but let's see. I could also... Actually, I'm using Sabrina here to try prevent him from actually killing my Darkrai. Let's see if that works. Alright, looks like it worked. My Darkrai is still alive. And now I am going to put an energy on the Darkrai. And then use Cyrus to get the Terracat in the active spot again. So I can kill it, and then hope he doesn't have a rare candy. But so far it looks pretty okay. Alright, so he did use his rare candy, and there is the Incineroar. Okay, so I think we survive for at least one turn. There we go, that's 30 HP left. Sadly, we don't get the good stuff here. We do get a rare candy though, so we can get Mr. Crobat in here. So let's put an energy on him and then draw 2 cards with Professor's Research. Another Zubat, another Crobat. That's okay. We get 80 damage here, but we first do the ability of Crobat to get another 30 damage. So there we go, and then 80, which brings it down to 50, I think. Yep, there we go, 50. My Darkrai is still dying due to the burn, but not anymore. So he will have to attack if he wants to kill the Darkrai. Alright, so he kills my Darkrai. He also healed his Incineroar. So it now has 130 HP again. Incineroar does 60 extra damage if it has any damage on it. So in this case, I think we lost actually. Yeah. I don't think there's anything I can do here, so I'm gonna concede this one. Okay, new game, new chances. This time we are against a fighting type deck. We do have a Zubat already, and we have a Crobat in our hands, but now we still need a rare candy, obviously. Okay, we are dealing with a Rampardos deck. Let's draw some cards, because I am lacking anything useful here. Okay, at least we have a Arceus now. Sudowoodo does 20 damage. It's not too much. I think we just put an energy on Zubat and then deal some damage. Okay, so my Pokemon died. He has a Oricorio, he has the Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is gonna deal a bunch of damage. Let's see. What can we do? I don't think there's much. Let's just use the Giant Cape. Put an energy on Arceus. I think we should use Pokemon Communication. Try get a Darkrai maybe. No, that's a Crobat. Yeah, no, I think that's basically it. I think we pray here. Okay, so yeah, this game is pretty unwinnable. Let's concede and just move on, because there's no point in wasting time here. Okay, here we are again. Let's play Zubat, let's play Arceus. We do have a rare candy this time. Now we just need a Crobat. Okay, he put an helmet on his Pachirichu, so I'm not gonna attack. So that's gonna deal a lot of damage to me. So instead, actually, the Darkrai is a great draw, so let's just put some energy on Darkrai instead and do 20 damage that way. Alright, he basically did nothing besides putting an energy on there. We get the rare candy here, so that's really good. Then we can evolve to the Crobat, put an energy on the Crobat. Let's do his ability. So that is 30 damage. And let's do 50 with the regular attack as well. So that's really decent damage, and then with a simple Darkrai ability we can actually kill the Pachirichu next turn if he does not heal. Okay, so he dealt 80 damage to my Crobat, so now we kinda have to be careful here. Luckily we can retreat the Crobat for free. I think what I'm gonna do is use Crobat's ability, then use Darkrai's ability to kill the Pachirichu, then see what he swaps into. Because that kind of depends what he swaps into, what I'm doing here, I think. Okay, so there's the Oricorio. I think what I'm gonna do here is swap out Crobat for Darkrai, such that he doesn't have an easy way to kill my Crobat. And obviously Darkrai is not gonna do any damage to Oricorio. However, having Darkrai in the active spot, we can just swap it out for a Crobat next turn. And then using Darkrai's ability or Crobat's ability, we can still kill Oricorio. Okay, so yeah, now we win the game by using Crobat's ability and retreating Darkrai for the Crobat and using Crobat's attack, and that's it. That's basically how you prevent Oricorio from fooling, like blocking your whole deck, basically, and we win like that. Alright, we have a pretty decent hand here actually. Zubat and a rare candy and 2 Crobats. So okay, he has the Dialga, pretty beefy boy here. And with my Pokeball, I hope to get a Arceus so that we can use it on the bench for the extra 30 damage per turn. Oh, actually we have a Professor's Research as well, so that gives us pretty much a guaranteed Arceus. There we go. Let's use Professor's Research. Let's see. Another rare candy. I think we just do 10 damage here. And then next turn we evolve Zubat into Crobat. Alright, here we go. So we rare candy. We do the Crobat number 1. Then we put an energy on the Arceus. We also use Cunning Link. So there we go, that's the 30 damage. And I think might be useful to actually Iono here. And hope for maybe a Darkrai. That's a Golbat, no. Okay, but we do have a Pokemon Communication, so let's try get a different card here. Let's see what we get. Okay, it's another Arceus, it's alright. And then do we do 50 damage? So he's down to 60. Alright, so he put a cloak on his Dialga, but it only has 80 HP. Which is not enough to withstand the 30-50. I think we put down the other Zubat actually here. Then put an energy on Arceus and then use the Crobat ability plus its regular attack to kill one of the Dialga, and then he will have to swap into his other one. Alright, he is swapping out my entire hand. Not the best draws, I think. Golbat is pretty useless. Sabrina would be amazing actually, because he just put a Cosmog into play. Alright, so we didn't get a Sabrina. We do get a Darkrai. I think we play Darkrai. We play Golbat as well and hope that we get a Crobat sometime. And how much damage does Arceus do? 130. Okay. Wait, that's actually enough. I mean, 130 damage, right? From Ultimate Force, plus the ability from Crobat. So we ability Crobat. Then we retreat the Crobat into the Arceus. And use Arceus' attack. 130 damage to kill the Dialga, and there we go. We won. That was pretty nice and easy. So yeah, this deck is actually pretty cool and kind of fun to play. Alright, let's try and win one more game, and then we have a 50-50 win-loss ratio again, so that's kind of the goal here. We start with a Zubat and a rare candy and a Crobat in hand, so that's a pretty decent start. We are second. Let's also use a Pokeball and hope we get Arceus. There we go. Perfect. Play Arceus. Now play Giant Cape. And then use Zubat's attack. So that's an easy 10 damage. And then next turn we rare candy Crobat. Alright, so it's our turn. We rare candy and use Crobat. Then we put an energy on Arceus. We use the Crobat's ability and we do 50 damage. This is so far the only card that he has really played. He could evolve it again to get some HP back, he could heal it. So let's just wait and see what he does. Alright, so he did evolve it. It does potentially deal 150 damage. Let's see if we get lucky with the flips here. That's one. That's okay, so he gets 100 damage, so that kills my Crobat sadly. Okay, so it's gonna be a game of luck here. I have to wait one turn to actually get some damage with Arceus. Let's see if we can draw something good, maybe? Sabrina, rare candy, not really useful. So okay, we have to wait one turn. If he gets 3 heads, he wins. If he doesn't, I get to at least kill this guy. Nope, I don't actually, because he heals it. And I don't have anything on the bench. Let's see what he flips here. It's 1 heads. 1 heads, okay, that's kind of decent. It's 50 damage, still have 90 HP left. Let's see, okay, we get at least 1 Pokeball. That's something. There's a Darkrai. We do 20 damage for each of our benched Pokemon. Okay, what do we do here? We at least play this guy. And then what do we do? I think we have 2 options. We either swap out to Darkrai and then see if he can get 3 heads, or we stay with Arceus and have the potential to actually win. And I think we are gonna do that. And then hope he gets only 1 heads or 0 heads. That's basically all we can do, so let's see. Okay, he actually swaps out. That is a interesting choice. Not sure why he did that. Because, okay, this guy is doing 20 damage, yep, sure. I mean, yeah. Okay. Let's think here. I think we use Cyrus to swap out to this guy. Then put an energy on Darkrai to get it going. Could have done that earlier actually. And then use the Arceus' deck. It might have been better to use the Darkrai ability on the Bounsweet so that we have 20 damage, because we were gonna kill this guy at least in one go. Now the Bounsweet has full HP. He could rare candy here, and that would be problematic probably. Okay, so he doesn't rare candy. So he has a pretty bad hand probably then. Okay, yeah, he conceded. That was lucky on my part actually. I think I might have lost that one if I was a little bit less lucky. Alright, let's see. We only have the Arceus as a basic Pokemon. So sadly we have to start with it. I think I'm against a Oricorio here. Yep, looks like it. Okay, it's my turn. Let's Pokeball here and get a different basic Pokemon. That's a Darkrai. Let's Professor's Research as well. Rare Candy and a Golbat. Okay, but I kinda need a Zubat, guys. Let's put the Giant Cape on Arceus. Play Darkrai. I think we are just gonna put energy on Darkrai. Not sure what else to do. I do have a leaf in hand, so I can swap out the Arceus very quickly if I want to, if I need to, so that's good. Alright, we draw another rare candy, which is not really what we want. I think this game is pretty hard to win by now. We go do 20 damage with Darkrai and then end the turn. That's basically all we can do. We kinda need some drawing power here. Alright, he swapped out to a Pachirisu and he did 10 damage. Let's use this Pokemon communications to try get a Zubat. Let's see, or it's either Arceus, Crobat. Yep, there is an Arceus. Okay, in that case, we put another energy on Darkrai. We swap out with Leaf, the Arceus. And we retreat the Arceus to a Darkrai to kill this Pachirisu. So let's do 80 damage. And that's it. That's 1 point at least. Alright. We are now facing the Oricorio. So obviously my Darkrai is not gonna do a whole lot. However, this is what we need. We need the Zubat here. And we keep playing energies on the Darkrai to deal 20 damage. See, that still does 20 damage. And then next turn we can Rare Candy, Crobat, etc, etc. And then we can actually kill this Oricorio. Alright, so he has the Oricorio, he feels safe. But we Rare Candy, we put the Crobat in play. We put one... we should have put one energy on Darkrai, however, I didn't do it correctly. I could have also done an energy on Crobat actually, but he concedes anyway, so it's okay. We won the game, and that's what matters.